Welcome back to our chakra series. Today we're going to be talking about the root chakra, otherwise known as Muladhara. And this is the first chakra connecting to our physical bodies. And from this chakra, we are going to connect with Earth's energy, pulling energy up and emitting energy back down in a process called grounding. And this starts in our pelvic floor in the base of our spine. And now the root chakra is associated with the colors red and the element of earth. However, just like with our solar plexus, red might not be the color for you. You might have better luck trying black, gray, or brown, or any color that makes you feel safe and secure. So things that are governed by the root chakra are going to be our most primitive, basic needs, as well as our most complex needs. Things like food, shelter, safety, stability, security, primitive energy, a sense of belonging, our significance, our closeness, our empathy or understanding, our now, in the tribes that we attract, whether they are positive or negative. And then also our generational patterns are going to be affecting this area. So if there are any ancestral traumas, they're going to be found to disrupt this chakra. This chakra governs over the body in areas of the parasympathetic nervous system that control our heartbeat, our digestion, and the constriction of our pupils, to name a few. It also governs over our legs, our feet, our bones, our spine, blood, sciatic nerves, colon, adrenal glands, our bladder, hips, teeth, most male and female sexual organs. You'll see that some of these body parts are shared with the sacral chakra when we go over that next week. And so this chakra really becomes blocked when our sense of safety and trust in the universe has been threatened, when our sense of belonging is threatened. This is usually done in our childhood years by family or the world closest to us. When our best interests are not being considered, when our basic physical and emotional needs are being inconsistently met or not met at all, this chakra is going to close up. And you'll start to notice a disconnect from other people and physical reality. You will feel ungrounded, distrustful, deeply unsafe, insecure, like you just don't belong, disillusioned, lost, unmotivated, depleted, not focused, disorganized, stuck, weak, lonely, stagnant, pessimistic, disorganized, and compromised. You will also possibly start to notice depression, anxiety, lack of abundance, and post-traumatic stress. Now, I will warn you, before we begin to open up this chakra, everything that has caused you to close up this chakra, you will encounter resistance from while opening this chakra. This is something that at the core of us has to be addressed before we can fully move and go forward. So watch out for those types of things as you begin to do opening exercises on your root chakra. And in order for us to start opening up the root chakra, we really need to accept that we are allowed to have our needs met, and then start becoming an expert on meeting those needs. Food, shelter, water, rest, affection, a sense of safety, belonging, understanding, connection. Start to ask yourself, what do I need to feel supported, connected, understood, nourished? And then understand that you have the capacity to find people, places, and things that will meet those needs. If you have a damaged root chakra, this is not the time to take on independence. Realize that there are people and things in this world that are here to help you, that want to help you, but you have to be open to receiving that assistance. All right, so then next you're going to want to become an expert on what fulfilling and safe relationships look like, and then become an expert on developing those in your reality with people that are compatible with what you need and you're compatible in the return. And now we're gonna stop denying our primitive energy, our fears, and instead we're gonna start taking loving care of it. We're gonna integrate it into our lives. And we're gonna do this in ways of sound therapy, singing bowls, binaural beats. YouTube has plenty of videos. You're gonna sing, you're gonna scream, you're gonna make sound that vibrates and resonates from your pelvic floor. Look up Tibetan monks. Those are kind of some of the sounds that you're gonna wanna make opening this up. We're going to do meditations. We're going to connect with our body through movement, mainly strength training and anything that gets our heart up and going. Yoga and Qigong are also some really great tools. And then we're going to start to alter our perception on abundance. And we're going to open ourselves up to receiving. We can't receive unless we are open. Breath work is really great to help connect you with the physical body. And then we're going to ground by being barefoot, taking salt baths, and connecting with the earth. You can also incorporate herbs, oils, foods, and minerals to help you open up this chakra. So some herbs and essential oils that are really great for this chakra are going to be vetiver, redwood, sandalwood, cedar, myrrh, patchouli. There are many, many others. Foods that you can start to ingest or make remedies out of are going to be beets, red peppers, protein-rich foods, pomegranates, nuts, red apples, red potatoes. And then you can get into the crystal realm and incorporate things like red jasper, hematite, smoky quartz, garnet, and agates, especially lacy agate and brown agate. And once you have found a rhythm with how you want to go about opening up your root chakra, how you're going to incorporate those things, the shadow work that needs to be done to understand the root issues that are causing you to stay where you're at, then you can start to heal those ancestral traumas and you can open up to your purpose and integrate yourself physically and spiritually into this world. All right, well, stay tuned next week for our sacral chakra. Have a good week.